Well, hello everybody, Kuro, and we are about to do episode 7 of Pirates of Veth'Arden. But first, as you can see on the screen, I want to talk about some art. So, are you tired of bland character portraits that look like they were drawn by a kobold with half a crayon? Do your fantasy personas deserve a little more oomph? Well, have I got the solutions for you. Introducing the one, the only D1. That's D1, everybody. The artistic genius behind all the high-flying, swashbuckling, spell-slinging style you see here for our character art on Pirates of Veth'Arden. So, their Etsy shop, D1 4D store, all one word, like a magic spell, is where dreams become digital masterpieces. On screen, you can see a link. It's etsy.com/shop/D1 4D store. They didn't just deliver character art, they delivered artistic intervention, and they did it fast, like lightning bolt fast. They're super easy to work with, and their ability to bring characters to life is absolutely amazing. So if you like the art that you're seeing on the screen, go check them out. Say that Fire Games sent you, and yeah, we'll jump back into the story. Just one second, guys. I'm gonna throw that link in the chat, and then we will get going on this. Okay. So, last time, the crew of the Black Waltz prepared to depart Milos for Glassfire Cove. After ensuring their supplies were in order, Azrik tasked Terhook with coordinating their departure from Milos with the Scarlet Omen at Dock 32. Terhook stealthily approached the Scarlet Omen ship and had a tense encounter with Valindra, a figure from his past as a crow for the pirate lord Orla Veskar. Valindra, though suspicious, provided Terhook with an Aetheryte sending stone for communication between the ships, and upon Terhook's troubled return to the Black Waltz, he confessed his past association with her and his former life as a crow, leading to a period of uneasy revelations among the crew. As they all finally set sail, your departure was marred by unfavorable rolls and weather conditions. The journey soon grew more perilous as a mysterious ship began tailing you all. Using a spyglass Desmond conveniently had on his person, he identified the pursuers as the Ashen Blades. Terhook used the sending stone to warn Valindra, who promised her crew would look into it further and possibly attempt to intercept. Later, a golden bronze falcon delivered a message to Terhook from his superior in the sunlit scripture, Don Warden Darius, revealing Terhook had been reporting on the crew. This forced a deeper confrontation where Azrik revealed his cursed connection to the Maw, and other crew members shared their own hidden truths. Desmond's past association with the notorious Iron Brand, Sai's father being a victim of the same cult, and Darian's escape from a circus. Amidst these confessions, an agreement was reached regarding Terhook's future communications, and as night fell, watches were set. Darian reported seeing a silver hand reaching from the water. Later, Sai experienced a terrifying vision of a dark, empowered Azrik slaughtering the crew of the Scarlet Omen. Shaken, she confronted Azrik, prompting him to share more about his bargain with the Maw. And then Azrik himself, not too much longer, experienced a similar disturbing sight. Valindra confirmed via the sending stone that her ship was for now safe, and Sai, seeking guidance, meditated and received a cryptic vision from the Night Mother involving a coin and two aspects of Azrik. Or finding a mysterious parchment mentioning the Umbra Noctis and the Vault of Chains in Azrik's quarters, we concluded as Desmond, on the final watch, tied off to the railing of the ship, was leaning in towards the water, spotted a slick silver and dark shape within, sensing something watching him from the depths. Night clings to the Black Waltz like wet canvas. A moonless sky has smothered every star. Only the ship's stern lantern offers a jaundiced glow that barely scrapes across the railing before the fog devours it. Oily swells nudge the keel, and the planks groan like sleepers rolling in a fever dream. The air itself feels heavy. Salt, static, and faint metallic tang of scorched iron that haunted you guys on some of your watches. Desmond, tethered to the aft rail, knuckles white on hemp rope, peering down at the silver ripple that drew him here. Above him, the mainsail snaps once, then hangs limp, as if even the wind is holding its breath. For a heartbeat, everything is still. Too still. Somewhere in the depths, colossal strings twang. With a massive thrum, the hull shudders, mugs in the galley clink, stray jars and containers roll across the lower decks. The ocean stares back, Desmond. Your sense of being observed, dissected, intensifies. The street alley paranoia that you have grown to this point pales beside the scrutiny. Lightning flares on the western rim of the clouds above, white film over black water casting strobe silhouettes across the rigging. In those split-second flashes, you can discern 4 vast shadows spiraling upward out of the water, each carving a wake of foam. A brine chill gust knifes across the deck. Darkness begins to fold in. Heavy footfalls hit the deck, and as this happens, you see 4 larger creatures.
They're Sharky boys.
They are. Thunder snap rips the night as 4 silhouettes rocket from the surf. Timbers crack under their combined weight, spraying splinters across the deck. Salt spray becomes a curtain of ruby droplets frozen mid-flash by lightning, and the smell of ozone and shark musk floods every breath. And you all see these 4 individuals, large, imposing Valtari of the blood shark variety. I need everybody full initiative. Please make sure you click on your token before you roll.
Really need our additional person here.
Yeah. She was here before anyone else, and then she left.
Oh. That's gonna hurt. Oh boy.
Oh, at least we got the 1 and the 20 out of the way early in the session.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
This is not what wanted the 20.
Exactly what you guys are wanting, right?
Is that a tiny baby shark?
That is shark.
It is a tiny baby shark thing. Alrighty, so let's start.
Is this guy's name Bruce?
This guy's name is not Bruce.
Brucey boy.
He goes there, he goes there. Goes there.
I don't know. He looks like a Bruce. Like, you know, like maybe we are
all
friends, not food.
All shark people can't be Bruce. Sorry.
Debatable.
Alright, we'll start with big guy who did not roll great.
Luke will be here in just a minute.
Okay, awesome. And then we will do Slythe. Where is his initiative? There it is. And Eld. And then Stripes. Here for the people watching. I think for the most part you guys did a lot better on the rolls than these sharks did. Yeah. Gonna be grand.
Oh boy.
If 2 people roll the same, what decides which one goes first?
Whoever has the higher dexterity. Unless it's 2 player characters, then you guys can decide between each other.
No, I was pretty sure it was higher dexterity, but I couldn't remember.
Okay. Well, as
Did I
this
say Luke was
happens,
going to be here in a second? Because Luke is
You
going to be
did.
here in a second. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I couldn't remember if I voiced it or not, so...
Oh, let me roll for her. And we'll see if she is early and
Hey, I'm not alone.
Not
yeah,
alone.
so we can start moving through since she is second to last in the initiative order. So,
Wait, damn, she has more dexterity than me? Fuck.
on the deck, a loud, heavy series of footfalls as wood creaks beneath them. Down below deck, this shudders awake Terhook and Darian. Terhook, you hear this? What are you doing?
Alright, so at that point, Terhook notices that something very much is wrong. So he is going to quickly basically gather his belongings in order to fight, basically. Would that be considered an action at this point, since he has been like sleeping
Yeah.
and he doesn't have his armor on?
Well, what kind of armor do you wear?
Leather. Studded leather.
Okay. Sure. That could be a bit complicated. So,
Yep.
are you rushing to put your armor on?
Yeah, it's not like he's gonna go out to fight shark people in
With
his sleeping
zero
clothes.
armor. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, we'll say it is your action and your bonus action to very, very quickly put your armor on.
Yeah.
And then you can...
Yeah, and just gather his sword, and he
Yeah.
is gonna be rushing upwards.
Okay, I will say between
Mhm.
doing all of that, you can get to the ladder.
Sounds good. Perfect.
You have your armor and your weapon and all that. Moving on, Azrik, one of the only two individuals above deck.
Okay. We're gonna be definitely quick wit and on our feet for this. So as these guys hit the deck, my first thought is I definitely can't just let fucking go. So I'm gonna try to at least get us some breathing room here.
Okay. Captain Ziggy does say you should try to cast friends and just become friends with all these shark people.
I don't think I have friends.
I don't think you do either.
Sorry, Ziggy, I don't have friends. Friends isn't on the roll.
Where are
I
the
do agree
nicest
that I would
friends?
want Shark Friend though. But instead we're gonna go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
We're going to do it on
You get 2 beams,
I-
right?
I will have to verify that. I can't remember which level. This is my first time playing Warlock. You give me a fucking break. No, from here.
It's 2 beams at 5th level, so you only have 1 beam right now.
This says at 2nd level you gain 2 Eldritch Invocations. Oh no, yeah.
Right, but
So
Eldritch
at what
Blast.
level?
At 5th level you'll get 2, and then at
Okay,
I
so
think
yeah,
it's
I only have
13th
one
or
right now.
14th level you get 3.
Yeah, I just whipped up my Adobe sheet as well, just to where I can see things a little bit more better with some of this stuff, so. Yep. Just 1 beam right now. I think I'm gonna shoot it at... Well, Desmond's technically, yeah. I'm gonna shoot at the big guy in the back.
Okay. What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
So I fire my Eldritch Blast from my pistol itself. And it would be like the actual look of it would be like a, I don't want to call it a beam because it wouldn't exactly be a beam. Kind of, a good way to put it into perspective would be like a green shooting star almost.
Okay.
I mean, obviously not that bright, but it would have like a black spiral, or like
a
going around it
mobile
as the
black
beam.
hole.
Not exactly. Definitely green beam with like basically two black stars spiraling around the green.
Okay.
And I just click Eldritch Blast here.
We're using 2014 rules, Captain Ziggy. A 19 is definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Does that also trigger my Eldritch Invocations?
Your Eldritch Invocations are triggered when you
Immediately
use
go.
the spell. Yeah.
All right. Damage, yes. 8 force damage.
Damage.
And it also triggers Repelling Blast, so he can be pushed up to 10 feet away in a straight line.
Okay, does it have a size requirement on Repelling Blast? Can't remember if it does.
So
or
I'll
not.
double check both, but I mean, it does not say it in the Roll20. It says I can have creatures hit by Eldritch Blast cantrip be pushed 10 feet away from me
Okay.
in a
sweet.
straight line.
All right. So 10 feet away from you, he goes off the side and disappears into the water.
Thank you, Captain. I thought that was shark food.
So as this beam of green brackish energy with swirling black motes around it crashes into him, he goes flying off the edge, flipping over the railing. You hear a crack in the wood, which is not a good sign for your ship, but at least the massive shark guy's not here now? All right, is that all you're doing, Azrik?
I'm also going to use my bonus action. I probably should have done that first, but I'm gonna go ahead and place my Hexblade's Curse. Because I should have totally done this before. I'm gonna place it on this guy down here, though.
Okay. Hexblade's Curse on this guy.
Is that? Do I need to add that to a global modifier or something?
Yeah, because your Hexblade's Curse will do additional damage. So it should be going on your additional damage modifier. I think it's 1d6 extra damage that Hexblade's Curse does, right?
I've got to look into it. I haven't looked too much into the Hexblade Curse, so
Alrighty.
I will know by next time. Yep, 1d6 damage.
So as the spiraling green energy that you've shown us with your Eldritch Blast whips out again, clamping onto this other Valtari, it is now Eld's turn. The snub-nosed goblin shark Valtari, who is going to, in kind, yeah, he's gonna do a couple things. He's gonna go, Rufus, quick, climb! As the little shark guy starts climbing up this mainmast. And then he is going to move over here and shoot a couple of Eldritch Blasts. One at Desmond and one at you, Azrik. So that's a 26 against you, Desmond, for 2 force damage. Oh, why is it not showing that to you guys? Public. There we go.
I don't know. I don't think that hits.
So it's 2 force damage for you. And you are
What was it?
lucky that you are 2 force damage, and you are lucky that you are tied to the railing because you are flung over the side of the railing and are dangling off the edge, not in the water because you're still tied to the boat. And the second one against Azrik will be a 12, which I do not believe hits Azrik.
Nope.
And yeah, he just rolled real shitty for damage. So that's the end of Eld's turn, and we'll move on to Slythe, the twin tail. Very keen, very slinky and skeevy looking thresher shark, who is kind of going to jump onto one leg and then back and forth like he's getting ready to go all out in a Dragon Ball Z fight, and is going to rush at you, Azrik. So, Slythe, there's his, is going to make 2 attacks, both with his crescent cutlasses, as he brandishes 2 kind of very like overly curved blades before making 2 attacks at you, Azrik. So crescent cutlass, first attack's a 27 for 12 slashing damage. It's also, ignore that one real quick because it is factoring his stuff wrong.
27?
Yeah, it should not be 27. His stuff is supposed to be +4 and it went to a +9.
I will say, you still
it.
rolled an 18, so it would still hit.
Yeah, okay.
But
Instead of 12 damage, it would actually be 8 damage.
I think I'm going to use a reaction here.
Okay.
Which, hold on, I still need to... Because I gotta remember I used a first level, so that's 2 spell points. I gotta remember to... Alright, so now I'm at 6. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use silvery barbs.
Okay, so make him reroll?
Yeah,
That's a 12 then.
so he would not hit me then.
As he rushes towards you, he reels in pain for a moment as his attack misses. Who are you giving silvery barbs? You can grant somebody else advantage.
I'm gonna give it to... Well, I guess...
It has to be a person you can see within range.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, I probably can't see Desmond now, can I?
No, but you can choose yourself.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to choose myself. I'm the only ally I can see within range, and I ain't giving it to them.
Righty. And then he will make his second attack roll against you, which is a 6. So as he rushes towards you, the first attack you manage to block off with your otherworldly powers. The second one, he's still reeling from the pain, and the blade goes wide, slamming into the wheel, and not you. Alrighty. Darian, you hear fighting above at this point.
Alright, snapping awake after probably falling on the floor of the ship a little bit. Darian's just going to say, "I knew it! Knew something was up!" And finding my rapier and my dagger, I'm gonna try and move... Okay. So... 20 feet gets me to the stairs? Question mark?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 20 feet gets you to the stairs, and then it's about 8 feet up, so call that 30 feet would be right on top of the hatch.
Can I, as a bonus action, use my rabbit hop, which can take me up to 10 feet at this level?
Yeah.
Can I use that to instead leap up the stairs?
Yeah, that's fine. You slam into the closed...
Oh.
No, you're good. You leap up, bursting through the trapdoor, and are now above deck. And you see multiple shark people. They don't look as nice as the last one you met.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell we're locked in combat. So,
yeah.
trying to still my nerves. The two here are on the deck. This one here is up.
That one is
On the
about
mast?
15 feet up on the mast.
Okay. I'll not mess with them for now.
He's just a
I will.
baby.
Move here and
Back to the baby.
make my attack against this guy.
Okay.
The baby in
My
the
rapier.
forest.
First attack roll of the campaign.
Yeah. 23
23.
is definitely going to hit Veko.
And let's see. Shoot, how does the... Okay.
You just click where it says rip here.
I know. I'm...
Oh. I thought you was about to ask how to do it. I was like, it has been a while, but...
No, I'm
Yeah,
just...
is this the first time that we're actually doing
do-
combat in this game?
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy, dude.
We got close to fighting a group of kids, if that counts.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That does kind of count.
Let's see, I don't need advantage. I'm with the... Aha. Okay. So I do get sneak attack on this. We're learning.
You do get
And
sneak
so-
attack on this?
Yes, I do. There are no other creatures within 5 feet of me, correct?
Oh no, because the one is up on the mast and the other one is on the
Yep.
other side of that guy. So yeah, you're good. You get sneak attack as a swashbuckler. Alrighty. 19 points of damage. Heavy hit as you jump up, landing deftly, and then running and just whipping your rapier out, slashing at this guy, and he is not expecting it one bit. Ripping through his tough shark hide. What are you doing?
I have 5 more feet of movement. I'm going to use it to move back a step.
Okay.
Hold on. During your turn, if you make a melee attack against a creature, that creature can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn.
Yep.
So I'm
as
just
you
going to move
jump
in,
back.
strike, jump back, and give a wink and a smile. Despite the fact that there is a visible tremble
Yeah,
in Darian's body.
for sure. Azrik, 10 out of 10, most useful Darian has been up to this point. Alright. After Darian, you guys feel the boat rock a bit as breaching the surf. See, he has... He is full leap landing here. Out of the water and landing right next to you, Darian. You see this massive hulking Valtari. Smells like dinner. Does anyone know how to skin this thing?
Rabbits on the menu, boys.
All of the bravado that was in Darian's face, instantly gone.
And now Akora, the white undertow, is going to make his 2 attacks with his black blood blade.
Oh, Darian.
First attack, Darian,
Rip Darian.
is a 25 for 15
Is that
slashing.
supposed to be a?
Oh,
Is that supposed to be a +9 as well?
His
Oh, the last
is supposed
one,
to be. His is supposed to be a
Okay.
+9. And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 17. So you do succeed. You do not start bleeding. With that, He's actually going to try to bite you. So he will make a bite attack against you here. Is a 19. 9
down.
points of piercing damage. You are unconscious, also in his mouth.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm sad because I was muted, but oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Veko is going to just start breaking out laughing. Just, you got him good, boss! You got him good! And is going to let off a shot with his flintlock towards Azrik. Alrighty, so for his Ember Spitter, Azrik, that is a 12 to hit. I assume does not hit.
Nope.
Okay, and then his second shot is a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
So that would be 6 piercing and 5 fire. You
I
resistant to
am
fire?
resistant to fire.
So that would be knocked down to 2 fire damage. Wowza! So, who are we eating next, boss? And Sai, you hear a ruckus outside.
It takes an action to equip all my stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to throw on all of my armor and grab my scythe and my hand crossbow and come outside and see what the hell's going on.
You see a bunch of Valtari shark folk.
I'm going to scream out, Captain! To try to find where Azrik is.
He is behind you. You also see across the legs of, you're pretty sure it is Darien, sticking out of the mouth of a large Valtari man.
Hey, you
Oh.
recognize those boots anywhere.
That's not good.
And so I just laughs.
Kuro, I'll send you a quick message real fast.
Does Azrik say anything when I called out to him? 'Cause
I mean, I'm locked in battle with a shark right now.
Shit.
I guess, and repeat, I guess, what you said.
Also, I wasn't here. Does Taruk already know that stuff is going on above deck?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But what'd you call out to me?
I just called out for you because there's a lot of ruckus going on.
I'd have
Also-
probably said something along the lines of, "Get Darien before it's too late."
Is Desmond still dangling off of the side of the boat?
You do not
Yep.
see Desmond.
Jesus. Okay. Scheiße. And I'm going to move to help get Darien out of this guy's mouth, but I don't have any actions left.
Okay. Getting ready to help Darien. Got it.
Yeah, I just used all my movement. That's it.
Yeah. As you pass by the mast, you see a little creature kind of gripping onto the side of it, and he looks down at you, tilts his head, and goes,
That's fucking adorable.
Desmond, you are hanging off the side of the boat, attached by a rope. What are you doing?
The water looks real nice from this viewpoint. If I wait a bit, can charge a lot more money. Did I hear like a gurgle or a scream or anything when, you know, our friend Darian became, you know, Rabbit Chew or Chow?
I mean, you heard a shark guy yell, "You ate him, boss."
They could meet anyone. And with my luck, it was Darian. Ugh, I use him to make money. How far down am I with this rope?
You're about 8
Like,
feet
I
down.
would have. Okay, so is it gonna take 8 feet to climb back up, or double?
Yeah, it'd take 8 feet of your movement. Since you're tied onto the boat itself, it's not that hard to pull yourself back up.
Okay, hop it right here. Let me do some.
You do indeed see Darian's boots sticking out of the mouth of a shark.
Of course I do. I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash with cunning action.
Okay.
I'm gonna get over here and I'm gonna stab this shark.
Okay. And you're flanking, so it's at advantage.
So since I used 2 scalpels, how were you doing that?
Since you use 2 scalpels,
Mhm.
if you have a bonus action available, you can attack once as your bonus action with the offhand one.
Okay, cool. Just doing one then. And then since I'm at advantage, I sneak attack as well.
Yep.
Hey, let's go.
All right. 16 against. Boo, boo, boo. That is. Slice. 16 will hit.
Hey, let's go. Oof.
Ooh, 11 points of damage still. As you stab into it, you feel your blade push past the like thick outer hide. And I need you to roll a history check with advantage, please.
Oh, down.
Okay. There's something off about this that you can't quite put your finger on.
Does he stink?
It doesn't smell great.
He's a shark. He doesn't have those little, like, fishy things on him that normally clean sharks, does he?
He totally does.
He totally does? I don't know why he stinks then. I'm gonna kind of sit there for a second with, like, a weird look on my face. Like, completely detached from this battle for a second. I'm just like, something's not right here. And that'll be it, my turn.
Oh, okay. So, that's the end of your turn?
Mhm.
Trahook. Fully battle readied and at the bottom of the stairs.
At the bottom of the stairs. Well, hearing more commotion, he is going to be running up the stairs as quickly as possible. So I'm assuming he's going to end up like here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 10 feet of your movement to get there.
Yep, 10 feet. And so Tahook's just looking around. He's like, and then I imagine he sees Darian boots.
Yep. You
Darian!
see Darian's boots sticking out of a shark's mouth. You see 4 shark Valtari in total.
I didn't want to do this. And he is going to basically, and he has his sword in hand, small shield in his other hand, but before he can rescue Darian, he will need to take care of this little one.
What?
So,
He
yes,
did
we're
the
going to.
baby!
Yeah, he's gonna kill the baby.
15 feet up.
Really?
Yep.
But yeah, is the baby attacking or is it?
It's
like,
currently
is it active,
15 feet up on the side of the mast. Looks like it's just kind of
Uh.
watching right now.
Okay.
You feel free to
In
kill
this
it.
case, I
That's
mean,
what
okay,
it's
so
there
I can, so he can walk past the little one without getting attack opportunity.
Attack roll- yeah, he cannot hit you from where he is.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So right here. That's where it's going to be.
Okay. So race over.
And he is going to be like, let him go. And he is going to attempt to attack the big shark.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
All right. Sadly, only one attack. It's very
Right.
sad. Does Daruk get sneak attack and advantage at this or no?
Yes, because you have an ally within
Yes.
5 feet. You get sneak attack. You don't have advantage. You do get sneak attack.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, I'm gonna take the bite smite off just for now. Alright, and he's going to basically just... I think it's the first time that he's actually fully unsheathed his sword, as golden runes appear to almost be glowing as he wields the blade in one hand. And he is going to just deliver a solid slash towards the shark, dude.
Okay. 16. 16 just misses.
Shark did why?
You go to swing at him as your blade comes down, and he just throws up one of his arms, and there's a chitinous, almost like a barnacle carapaced arm guard that he uses to block your sword as he turns to look at you, feet dangling in his mouth and kind of ragdolling around.
Mm-hmm. I should have done this. He's gonna be like, leave Darian alone and face me. As he is going to use the spell, Compel Duel.
Okay. What kind of saving throw is that?
That is Wisdom saving throw. He has to be at 12.
It's a 10.
Alright.
Okay. So, as you cast this spell, the shadowy and radiant tendrils leak over to Akor, who seems to almost go lax for a second before just pulling all of his attention to you. He spits Darian out onto the deck.
Well, we managed to get Darian free. Yay.
Okay. You wanna go, little one?
I definitely do. And that's the end of Taruk's turn.
Okay. So, going into this. Yeah, so he has disadvantage on attack rolls on any creatures other than you. Can't willingly move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So, he is compelled. We'll put a heart on him. Azrik, are you back with us?
I totally was muted, but yeah, I'm here.
Alright, cool. It is your turn.
Okay. I need to look at something else as well. This is not fucking bueno quite yet. I'm not made for close combat yet. Oh, but first off, I'm gonna let a shot off. Wait. Yeah, no. I'll look into that later. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna let a shot off with my pistol at the baby shark currently climbing my fucking mast.
Okay.
From my understanding, since he is within 60 feet, it is at disadvantage, isn't it?
For what? Your Eldritch Blast?
For my pistol. No, for my pistol.
No, so everything up to 60 feet, that's your normal range. So as long as they're not within 5 feet of you, Anything from 5 feet to 60 feet is normal range, and then from 60 feet to the next number is at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. 10-4. All right. Well, that's good. Well, that answers the other question that I was going to ask later on. So, yeah, rolling calamity. 21
21 definitely hits the baby shark guy.
for 13 piercing.
Okay.
I don't think I get additional bonuses on that. No, because he's not hexed or anything else. So, yeah, 13 points of damage.
Right. The shot goes out, striking into the creature, and you hear this as he just falls to the ground dead. He had exactly 13 hit points.
Okay, and then I am going to be using... and this is a good question because we haven't really gotten too deeply into the magic system yet.
Also, when he hits the ground, he dissolves into purple smoke.
Purple smoke. For the augmentations, it doesn't specify that we can't use them on cantrips. Can I use them on cantrips?
So it does, it specifies that you're talking about for the internal casting?
I mean, yeah, because it's... Yeah, I mean, I'm not using points. I'm going to be fueling spell points into my cantrip.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to use the internal points and take the damage and everything like that, then I'll say you can augment.
So do I have to use heal HP, or can I use spell points instead? Because you have a chart of spell level, spell point cost, and HP cost.
Yeah, so internal points are so internal casting using your internal aether pool instead of or in addition to your daily spell points, you can instead burn HP to create internal points at a rate of 1 HP per 5 HP.
You mean one spell point per 5 HP?
Yeah, so below that chart it says purely internal casting. To receive any augmentations, you must fuel the entire cost of the spell with internal point.
Okay, I just didn't read that part. So, and that goes into question of cantrips, because they don't cost spell points.
Right.
Would it just be treated as a first level spell then?
Yeah, for the base cost, it would just be treated as a first level spell if you wanted to augment a cantrip.
Okay. 10-4. Well, that was mainly for information because I definitely cannot afford to use HP at our level.
Blaze of glory, dude.
Yeah, don't you want to go out the same way Walshren did?
Not exactly right now.
Don't worry, Darian has that covered.
Oh, Darian's stupid, but in like a different way.
And that's why we love him.
Yeah, Darian's a dumb kid.
Yeah, no. That's probably gonna have to be turn.
Okay. Moving on to Eld, who goes, "No, Rufus!" As a little baby shark dies. And he is going to cast a quicken spell. As he does this, he can summon it. Right there will be fine. Will resummon his familiar with his quicken spell. That's pretty much all he could do this turn. Thank God, I thought I lost you, buddy. And then he will command Rufus to run away from the guy who just shot him.
Kill him again.
A little gremlin shark thing runs up to your leg and just grabs onto your pants thigh and goes and then is going to make a bite attack.
Little shit.
Yeah, I knew it. Jeff, anything that has to do with Jeff.
Fucking ankle biters, dude.
Where's Rufus at? There he is.
Yeah, I don't trust Baby Shark
That is
anymore.
a 7. This tiny little gremlin shark thing is gnawing on your leg. It doesn't hurt at all. It's it has an angry face, but also its face is kind of like also adorable at the same time, so it's hard to really get a bearing on it. That's the end of turn. Actually, Eld is going to move. And Slythe's turn, who is currently surrounded, but he is going to make his 2 attacks. First one is going to be against Desmond, which is a 22 for 8 points of slashing damage, Desmond. As you push the blade into him,
I don't know, that doesn't sound like it is. I'll say.
spins around and slashes at you with his crescent blade. As this happens, he kind of looks at you like cocks his head to the side, confused for a moment before ripping the blade out of your shoulder. And then he's going to immediately spin and try to hit Azrik with his other blade, which is an 11, which definitely doesn't hit as Azrik dodges it once again. Darian, I need you to make a death saving throw for me, please. Luckily you haven't died before, so you only have to beat a 10 or higher.
Yet. Hasn't died.
And
Yet.
whisper it to
Big
me.
yet, yeah.
Please whisper it to me. Okay. So, moving on, it is Akor's turn, who is going to... He's
This is gonna
compelled
hurt.
to duel, and he's very happy to
Yep.
give you the chance.
This is gonna hurt.
Akor will first attack with his Black Blood Blade, which is a 14.
Okay, misses.
As
That
he
misses. That's half.
brings the blade down, you manage to dodge out of the way as the blade comes crashing down into the supplies chest on the deck. And then he'll come back in a cross sweep, coming upward diagonally at you with his blood blade for 20 for
that hurts.
18 points of slashing.
Ouch.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. 18, so you don't incur bleed damage.
That's 18 down. 3, 4.
Which one of you's the captain? Supposed to take you alive. Kill the rest of them, boys! It is Vecco's turn, who is going to kind of just look around. Right, boss. Like he said, who's the captain? You's the only one we can't eat. Oh, I'm having fun now. He's gonna run up here and going to attack Azrik with his sword hand. Cutlass. Azrik, does a 16 hit?
It does.
So 7 points of
For-
slashing damage as he hits you with his cutlass and just
All right.
erupts in laughter again. Just
And I'm going to use 2 more spell points and a reaction
okay.
and cast Hellish Rebuke.
Dang. That's a Constitution saving throw?
I'm just gonna click it. It'll make more sense then.
Yep.
Show spell
Dexterity
description.
Okie dokie. A dexterity saving throw from Veko. The 19, so he'll take half damage.
So,
7 points of fire damage.
yep.
Ah! It burns! It burns! But I kinda like it.
Oh, no.
And then he will pull out his put out his hand with his flintlock in it and fire a shot off at Sai. Sai, that is a 15 to hit.
It's just barely.
All right, that's 11 piercing and 5 fire for 16 points of damage.
That's so nice.
That's very. Ow, that hurts. Crossbows. Again.
I got dibs
What
on the
that one?
girl. Sai, it
Ew.
is your turn.
Owie. Well, I guess I have no choice but to take an attack at the big guy.
Or heal the dead guy.
Oh wait,
Or heal the
He's-
dead guy.
he's dead?
He's
I
unconscious.
mean, he's
I'm unconscious.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Cantrips can be cast as bonus actions, right?
No, first level
no,
spells
it-
can be
if-
cast as bonus
First
action.
level spells can be okay, right. I forget how magic works, I'm sorry. So I'm going to spare the dying.
Hey. That'll
What
put
is
him-
your name, Darian?
That'll put him at 1 hit point. Does it make him conscious, or is he still unconscious?
It just says that it makes him stable.
Yeah, he just becomes stable, so he's still unconscious.
He just doesn't have to do
He is no
Oh.
longer bleeding out.
yeah, he doesn't have to do death saving throws.
Correct.
Okay.
Sleeping.
So now can I cast a bonus action heal?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll cast healing word at the first level.
On
Darian.
Darian?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You could have done that without the spare the dying.
Oh, can I take that back? I'm not used to being a caster, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. You can take that back if you just want to do the healing and then do a different cantrip. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do... This is our first combat, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Not like we just came off of a 2-year campaign.
That I didn't play a caster on. All melee damage. I'll cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
on Big Shark Boy.
Not the baby gnawing on your leg.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna shake his ass off. Get off here.
All
Get
right.
out
So
of here.
that's a sacred flame.
Yeah, 1d8.
Yep, that is a dexterity saving throw that he has to do. So, what
Yeah,
does your
you can
sacred
click the
flame
spell.
look like?
Size Sacred Flame, when she casts it, she summons a ghostly white form with a blue aura around it, and as it leaves her hand, it turns into a bright purple nova-looking thing and crashes into his face.
Gotcha. Yeah, as it crashes into his face, he is just all of his attention is knocked off balance for the moment. And he takes 5 points of damage.
And then healing word on Darian.
Healing word, so that's Darian. You should be at 5 hit points now, and you are conscious again. What is your healing word? Get the fuck up, you loser!
Her healing word, she just reaches her hand out to focus her life-giving energy and goes Ephemera to Darian.
And I don't know what that means in Elven, but it can't be good. I think she just called you a bitch.
Looking over to these nuts.
You call him something, that's for sure.
That's Elven for eat dirt,
So I
you
just-
bitch.
No!
Oof.
No! I've never said that! Sweet Jesus.
Is that all you're doing, Sai?
That's all I can do. That's action, bonus action, and I can't move without getting attack of opportunity, and I got a thing on my leg, so we good.
Desmond.
So after attacking him last time, I like something struck me as odd, right?
Mhm.
And then he attacked me, bringing me out of that like weird little trance.
Yeah, but it was weird because he attacked you, and the moment he met your eyes, he cocked his head to the side, like something was off for him too.
And it was when my blade touched him.
It was more your proximity to him, like getting a good look at him. You can roll another history check if you want.
Yeah, I'll do so. Where is that thing at?
17. There's something rather familiar about this guy, specifically the stitching on many of the wounds and how they've healed and stuff.
This motherfucker owes me money! Oh, you owe me money!
It's not necessarily that he owes you money. This Valtari's name is Slythe. You've definitely patched him up a couple times.
Yeah, and he definitely owes me money, I know.
Something seems to be clicking in his head at this on his turn as well. But he hasn't quite made the connection yet.
And after I
but
did a
you-
great
you know
job fixing you up.
Slythe is part of a group that you've done some work for before. Specifically, they are called... Boop, boop, boop. The Scarlet Undertow.
Write that down my notes.
And they are for hire mercenaries. So you know they work for coin more than anything. And if they're here, it's because somebody's paid them to be here.
As I sit here doing that, I'm gonna attack this man.
Okay.
Sneak attack since it's first turn. Let's attack with person near. Does the 20
20 will hit.
co? And then second attack.
Yeah. You can do your second attack as your bonus action.
Yeah. 10 does not, motherfucker.
10 does not hit. The second blade goes in towards him, and he grabs it. He says, "Is that you, Duck?" Are you doing anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna shrug. And then I'm just kind of shrugging smile while I'm looking at him.
Wait, shrugging's a free action?
Shrugging is
Yeah.
a free action. So
Wow, I did not know
is-
that.
Oh.
So is
So is
kissing
crying.
specifically for Darian and Desmond? And
I ship it.
Oh.
Chip it.
So you're
And-
saying that if I'm up against a spellcaster, that's
Brian-
a free action?
crying is a free action for everyone except for Sai.
Oh.
She has to use her whole turn. It's her
That's
hoot.
Wait. So does that mean crying is the action and then the bonus action is wiping the tears?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it takes all your movement.
It takes all your movement too. Because
That's
you,
crazy.
like,
You're a
I
heavy
know we
crier.
all know some people that, like, they cry and they, like, relocate throughout the event of crying.
I mean, she is a 16-year-old girl, so that's fair.
Yeah. Terhook, what are you doing, sir?
Good question. What can I do? So the hook is gonna look at Darian quickly while he's got the big shark's attention. He sees that at least Darian's breathing. And he's gonna look at the tall shark. You don't have to do this, but if you attack, I will hold the line. And he is going. And he is going to attack again.
Okay.
Why is my keeps closing? Okay. Let's see.
14 is going to miss.
It missed. Yeah.
He grabs
And
your
now I'm
sword
good.
as you swing towards him, and he goes, "Are you the captain?"
I am not. So he better kill me.
All right.
Yep.
Can you-
And a bonus action crime.
Oh, you don't have any spells or anything you want to cast?
Let me just check one thing last thing real quick. Because there's really not much I can do when I miss. It keeps closing for some reason. Okay. Nope, no. Everything else is an action, apart from compelled duel.
Azrik, up to you again.
Alrighty.
I will say you did hear one of the sharks go, "Is that you, Doc?"
Yeah, it's behind me because I was more focused on this guy attacking my ass.
Yeah.
So, first off, I'm going to use my bonus action to change my hex from this guy to this guy over here.
Okay.
And then I'd like to invoke my right to an experience.
All right. What's your experience?
I'm going to be using This Wasn't in the Will.
Okay.
And the reason being, to further explain, I'm surrounded on 3 sides. I'm not looking fucking great. We've already had one guy go down, and it's not looking super fucking well for us.
Okay.
So I would like to lean into my curse and yeah.
All right. You can add a D4 to your roll. Hey everybody, we're stealing experiences from Dagger Art, and I changed them to work for D&D. So that is what's happening here.
Hold on. I just read the chat where Ziggy said, "Wait, gaslight him to think he is the captain."
You're the captain all along.
That's fucking great. Does that go to damage roll or attack roll?
You can add it to either your attack roll, your saving throw, or a skill check.
Okay. I will say I. Oh,
Also,
it is
you guys can
attack
add them
modifier.
to. So you guys can add
I added
them
it
to
to attack
damage rolls
modifier
too
as
if you
well.
need to.
Okay. I guess, and since it's new, I'd like to start getting all the questions out of the way ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Do we, like, let's say that I want to add it to a damage roll. Do I have to say that before we know the attack is going to hit or miss? I would assume so, but at the same time, I'd rather ask than be sorry.
Yeah, so in the Google Doc, I do say you have to specify before you do any of the rolls.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I will say, unless it's like an extremely extenuating circumstance, we're going to stick to that.
Okay. Gosh, I'm gonna regret adding it to a damage roll and it not fucking hit. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add it to the attack roll.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be casting Eldritch Blast. Just to make sure, yeah, that gets added to proficiency. Proficiency bonus gets added to damage rolls. Okay. So I'm gonna be using Eldritch Blast on the dude that I hexed.
An 18 hits.
Okay. On top of that, so it'd be doing 6 plus 2 for my proficiency bonus.
Yep.
And then, and then another plus, it is, which I did it wrong on my sheet, so I'm actually glad I didn't have it check marked. It adds an additional 1d6.
From Hex.
Roll 1d6 from the hex, so an additional 2 from there, which it would have been the same if I would have clicked it, because I accidentally just have it in there as a plus 2 right now. Should fix that real fast so I don't forget. So that's 10. And yet again, he is repelled off of my fucking boat. While this is happening, by the way, like, I do not break eye contact with this shark over here that's in front of me.
Okay.
And as my arm goes up, pistol in hand, going to pull the trigger, all these sharks hear is "get off my ship." As, like, I mean, with this, I'm going to say that it's almost like a fucking charge up. As this gets unleashed, it is the sound of almost cannon fire as it impacts this guy, repelling him off the boat.
Yeah, the air becomes electrified as there is a massive boom before one of these Valtari gets rocketed off the boat, and you hear the splash in the waves as you say these words. You doing anything else?
That's all I got.
Hey. Coming in here, he is not looking great. Here before jumping back up. That'll be his act. Ah, that fucking hurt! Rufus! Rufus! And Rufus is going to bite attack at Sai. Sai, that is a 3. Does that hit?
My big toe is stubbed.
Yeah. Rufus is really going at it.
I take 1/4 of 1 point of damage.
We expect you
The
to keep
hero
track
of
of
the
that.
The hero of the battle, Rufus.
It's Slythe's turn now, who will... He, like, lifts his crescent blade. He goes... What the fuck are you doing here, Doc? Since when do you travel around on pirate ships?
Since the Order decides they like to shut down business for me, I tend to do it every few years. The city was a bit hot.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but after what that guy just said, he must be the captain, right?
I want to look at Azrik, then look at, what's his name, Slythe, right?
Slythe, yeah.
Azrik isn't looking at me, right?
No, he's not looking at
No.
you. He's looking at the other shark.
Gonna hold up 5 fingers. And then, like, have, like, a gesturing, like, palm.
Oh, right. No hard feelings. He's gonna try to push you off the boat. I need you to make an
Okay.
athletics check, please.
I don't know how that got him pushing me off the boat, but okay. I was asking for gold. You said athletics?
Yep, please and thank you.
Oh shit.
Well, oh no.
10.
Off the boat I go.
And with a plop in the water, you are no longer in there on the boat.
I'll remember this.
Boss, this one's the captain. That is his turn. Darian, you are conscious, laying on the ground, covered in shark spit.
All right, half my movement to get up.
Yep.
Let's see. I guess I see my compatriots around the big guy,
Yep.
who are not positioned in such a way that I would work fighting against them. So let's see. Bonus action. Did I mark the... Okay. Wait a minute. Ah, okay. Alright, one more rabbit hop to jump. Oh. Jump here.
Okay.
That's 5. I'll make an attack against the guy in front of me.
All right, go ahead.
It's a
7.
7.
He's gonna miss. You run up, and this guy's just crawled back onto the boat, and as you dart towards him, he ducks just in time. And, what did I ever do to you? Oh, wait, we're trying to kill you. Sorry, my bad.
Doesn't have to be this way.
You're right. We just
can
asked for your
surrender.
captain.
We can't let you do that.
Us surrender. You're on the
Unfortunately.
losing side, my guy.
Oh, how cocksure you are! And that's probably as much banter as I can get out on my turn.
Yep. Acor. Oh, this is tiresome. Don't really want to deal with this no more. We know who the captain is. We don't need none of these inconveniences. Taruk, I need you to make an athletics check.
Is he still dual?
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah,
that
just
works.
so it means that he has disadvantage on attacks against anybody else.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's athletics roll. Athletics. Okay.
Yep, please roll athletics for me.
Where are you? Athletics. Oh, this is not gonna be good.
Technically, the compelled duel would be over the moment Sai hit him with the Sacred Flame. Because it's a kind of a two-way thing where he, if he gets attacked by one of your allies, it goes away as well.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Interesting.
So natural 20.
He goes flying.
Yeah, you go a ways out into the water.
Not again. Ah.
Good boy, Rufus. Hold it down. You can have attack of opportunity if you want.
Bye.
Sai.
So I just watched two of her friends just go flying.
Sai muted.
I'm waiting for the thingy to load. Where am I? Okay.
I had.
And 12 is not gonna hit. As he moves up. Make it easy on yourself, mate. Turn yourself in. We'll get this all squished up. No one else has to die. That'll be the end of Acor's turn.
Didn't
Veko.
one of these guys get pushed off the boat?
Huh?
Didn't one of these two sharks get pushed off the boat?
Yeah, he swam back.
He spent his climbing back on. Oh no. Why is my phone going crazy? It was silenced and now. There we go, that's better. Veko's gonna go. You just tossed him off the boat, boss! Well, I guess it's better to hunt them in the water.
Oh shit.
Veko, you can have attack of opportunity with a melee weapon if you would like, Azrik, as Veko goes diving off the side.
I mean, it would be at disadvantage, wouldn't it? Still gonna fucking take it.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a disadvantage.
Yeah, why
What
would
would
it be
it
a
be?
disadvantage?
Oh, so opportunity attacks, unless you have a feat, like do you have crossbow expert or...
No.
Yeah, so you unless you have a feat that lets you make an opportunity attack as a ranged attack, you can it only counts for melee attacks. You can only make melee opportunity attacks.
Yeah. Nope. Don't got that.
All right, so he goes rocketing into the waves.
Unless it
and
could be like burning hands or some shit.
I'll say
Opportunity Eldritch Blast. Come on.
I'll say because it's at disadvantage, you can make ranged, like actual weapon attack roll as a opportunity
No,
attack.
it's fine because I'm gonna say that like eventually I will not have disadvantage at within 5 feet. So
Gotcha. Alrighty.
I'd rather not get it confused now and then later on be like, what the fuck do you mean I can't do this anymore?
Fair enough. Alright, so Veko, that's as far as he can get on his turn. Actually, he'll use his action to dash and start circling around you. You see a fin cresting the waves around you, Tarhuk, as you're wading out in the ocean. Sai, you are in staunch combat with a fearsome creature named Rufus. What are you doing?
Ignoring him, and I'm going to... I guess I'm going to take a shot with my hand crossbow, the boss shark.
Okay. .24 will definitely hit. You'll get sneak attack because there's an ally within 5 feet of him.
I forgot to roll sneak. Sorry.
Alright, 10 points of damage. As the bolt pierces into his back shoulder, he kind of looks over. Focus on Rufus. He's more than enough for you, I guarantee it.
Woo!
Are you doing anything else, Sai?
Going to... I'm going to... Shit, I don't know what to do. Ah! This is so hard!
Water puppy?
Is that a free action?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pet him and tell him he's really cute.
He tries to nip at your fingers, but he doesn't really do anything.
Can I boop the snoot?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, boop the shit. I have 2 team members overboard. I've got somebody trying to take the capta. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Shit.
I will say the only people currently on the boat that look like they're doing okay is the really big guy and Rufus. Everyone's pretty banged up.
Okay, I guess I'll come over here. And then can I use my second Sai as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
My name's Sai. I have 2 Sais. Triple Sai.
I thought it was kind of poetic.
Sure.
Shit, 7.
7.
Well,
You're
wait,
flanking,
Wait,
so you
we're
get it
Yeah,
back.
playing.
19.
Fine.
So it's a 19.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
19
Yay!
hits.
I was about to be the bride.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I can't spell today.
5 piercing.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
I'm going to run over and grab the thing by its fin, put both my knees in its back, reach over and slit its throat.
Alright, first of all, not a thing. He's a living sentient person. Let's not diminish his existence. As you slit his throat gruesomely, blood sprays all over Darian's face. As he slinks down on the ground, and you hear from across the boat,
He
as
deserves it.
Rufus runs up and starts shaking the body. Alright.
Just like mother, like daughter.
You killed his dad.
Fuck his dad. His dad's trying to take my captain.
Hold on, don't fuck his dad.
His dad's dead, don't fuck
That's
him.
Wow.
smart. Yeah, there's a
Disregard
lot
his
of things
father.
wrong with this.
Okay, and then I'll use the last of my move to come up here.
Okay.
With the intent to get his little ass.
He's in the water.
It's a ship. There's rope everywhere.
I mean, did you go grab some rope? Desmond, your
There's
turn.
some rope right next to me.
Okay, so where do I end up? So like after I get thrown off, like how long is it gonna take me to get back on this boat, and how much movement am I using?
I need a athletics or acrobatics check for you to climb back onto the boat.
Oh, acrobatics that up.
9. You cling to the side of the boat, and you make it halfway up before you start sliding back down. Is there anything you can use to give yourself a boost or anything?
Yeah, I can use my cunning action to use my bonus action to dash.
Sure. We'll say with that, go ahead and make another acrobatics check.
Don't fall off.
And that's just what you needed. So,
Yeah, nice.
climbing back, clambering over, you come face first with Sai, as she is currently trying to unhook some rope from some of the rigging posts to help you get back up, and you're crawling up over onto the ship deck.
And so that was my bonus action on my movement, right?
Yeah, you have no movement left, and you don't have a bonus action right.
Ugh. Did you really have to push me over?
I figured it was the only way to get you out of here without you dying. Figured I owe you that
You could
much,
just
dog.
not kill me.
Yeah, but then your
Besides-
friends might get suspicious.
Sai's gonna tap Desmond on the shoulder and be like, Taruk! And point towards where he went overboard.
He'll be fine. I climbed up mostly by myself. He's more athletic than I am.
There's another shark in the water with him.
They're fine. They're not the worst people I've ever met.
Trying to kill us and take the Anyway.
Yeah, this is in the midst of you actively colluding with one of these sharks.
Yeah, but did they did say no one else has to die.
Yeah, I
Just
think that was
saying.
more. I think that was more figurative. Are you doing anything else, Desmond?
I'm going to heal myself with my healer kit at this point while I'm talking about all this.
All right, go ahead and take your 1d4 plus your
Hit
modifier.
point? No, it's hit anti or blah blah blah. You just been stabilize creature. Blah, blah, blah. How the fuck do I heal again?
You can just click it.
Can I? Okay.
It didn't work.
What?
Maybe you can't just click it.
Yeah, I can't just click it. I remember reading. I was reading like a little second ago. Fucking
Yeah.
Because I know there's a way to heal with it, and it's something with your hit dice. Is like it's a D something with hit dice on top of it. Where did I read that?
I got you, buddy boy.
Oh, and it's healer. That's what I was reading it on.
Yeah.
When I use the healer's kit to stabilize a dying creature, blah blah blah. As an action, you can spend one use of healer's kit to tend the creature, restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to it, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice.
But is that only when stabilizing somebody with it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's as an action.
Okay.
As an action, you can spend one use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to it, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice. So that's 1d6 plus 7 to you in total.
Let's roll. Hey, better than nothing.
9 hit points back. Tarhuk, there is a shark circling you in the water.
Free action to cry my tears.
You can't even tell because you're already all wet. You don't know if
Yeah.
it's tears or ocean water at this point.
Okay, so I do have a question because no idea about combat in the water.
You have melee attack rolls.
Alright. And if it's ranged?
If it's ranged, then it's disadvantage as well, but there's other
As well.
factors like range
Okay.
is decreased and stuff like that for ranged weapon attacks.
Yeah,
If it's a spell, that's completely different. Like,
Yeah,
spells are
because-
not affected.
Because
by
I have
this.
an ability called Serpent Strike, which basically it's the whole like sword like tearing off thing. It just
where
launches
you,
itself
where you
with
throw
magic.
the sword.
Well, it's not like a throw. It's basically like he just swings the sword and it just unlatches and basically just goes down.
Yeah,
That's
a piece of the sword goes flying through the air at the creature.
That's
right?
correct.
So
Yeah, that's correct.
That is a physical, not a spell ability. 'Cause
Okay, so
still
it would
has
be
mass
disadvantage.
and everything.
Got
It
it.
would be a
Okay.
disadvantage.
Yeah, like, I just wanted to ask because of the magic properties. That's why I was like, wanted to get that clarification.
And your movement speed is halved while in the water.
Yep. I have two options basically: either take the attack of opportunity and probably sink to my death, or attack and risk it. You know what? Risk it. Why not? He's gonna make an attack using Serpent Strike with disadvantage. Seeing the shark like circling around him, he's like, "Aurelius, give me strength." While just holding the blade, and then when he sees the fin getting closer, he's just gonna do like an overhead motion to just like he's flinging the sword, and it may make Staruk sink a little bit while he does that, but he is trying to risk it all to just make the hit. And before I do that, it keeps closing out. I don't know why it keeps closing out my character sheet. And basically, I would like to use one of the experience points by the grace of the gods.
Okay. How
As
is
he's
this coming in
pray-
handy for you?
Yep, as he's praying to Aurelius to give him the strength in order to take down this foe, using every ounce of faith possible to come to aid him in this dire need of, in which he does need to protect his friends and to protect himself in order to live.
Okay. I will allow it, so you can add your D4.
D4. He's gonna use it, so it'd be okay. Disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage.
Yep. Oops, without the sneak attack. Oh well.
18 still really good. Yeah, so that'll hit, doing 9 slashing damage. You hear, ah! I don't know who this Aurelius guy is, but he hurts!
And he's gonna have a blade stuck in him. Oh well, he needs to do the saving throw to see if the blade's stuck in him. It's a DC 13 strength.
DC 13 strength. Strength is totally his forte. Strength saving throw. It's a 21. I was lying. He only has a +2 to strength. He just rolled really good, but
Jeez. No.
it slashes into him, taking a chunk out of his back before scattering and skittering off over the water and into the deep.
Okay. I forgot to add the D4. Oh well, that's fine. I was gonna use it for my attack roll anyway. And he is going to.
Since you said you were going to use it, you can go ahead and add it to the damage if you want.
Yeah. Okay. The next time I will make sure to say it properly. Yeah, 3. So we have +3 to damage.
Okay.
Yep. And with a bonus action, Terhook's going to gonna recall his longsword as it just magically like zits out of the it didn't like go through him, so it's just going to it's in the water, so the piece of the blade just automatically connects with Terhook's blade. As from the dagger, it turns back to a longsword.
It comes rocketing out of the ocean, slinging back onto the hilt of your blade. That's all you're doing, Terhook?
In order for me to not get Terhook, it's half it's half a movement, right?
Half movement.
So it'd be half, so it'd be 5 there. Okay. He's just gonna go here. Because anything else will be basically an attack opportunity, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then Terhook's just gonna stay there. But he's gonna say like, there is one over there. As loud as he can.
Okay.
And that's
Azrik.
It's my turn.
And this monstrous shark figure is face to face with you, and he is standing on the lower deck.
So you're supposed to take me alive, is it?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Well, I don't stop moving until my crew's safe. As I'm gonna unleash, and I understand that this is gonna be at disadvantage because it's a ranged spell and I'm at close range, another Eldritch Blast. We're gonna go on this guy over here at Psy.
Okay.
11. I'm guessing that doesn't fucking hit.
11 does not hit. You go to strike out, and as you do, the bigger shark guy grabs you and kind of rattles you and throws your aim off. Oh, he's here.
That's all I got right now.
Okay. Eld is unconscious or dead. Slythe. So, what's the plan here? Are they giving up? Or are we killing them all? And he seems unsure at the moment what his captain wants him to do. So he's just going to try to push Sai off the boat.
Rude.
Sai, I need you to make an athletics check for me, please. One.
Off the boat.
Off the boat you go. As you fall into the water, Slythe kind of shrugs his shoulders, looks at Desmond. It could be worse. And then he'll go, Doug, how much it cost you to fix up my guy over there who's on the ground dead? You muted, Desmond?
All right, I walked away. What happened?
The guy pushed Sai off the boat and said, could have been worse, and then looked at you and said, Doc, how much it cost for you to fix up my guy who's laying on the ground dying?
No promises. Let me take a look.
Right. That'll be the end of his turn. Darian, it is your turn. You see this little minuscule creature shaking the body of this shark figure.
Just a moment
and
to
crying.
just, you know, take it all in. Although, we're still in trouble. There'll be time to process later. Darian looks at the big guy. 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
And with a tremble in his knees, looks up to the big guy. You can't have our captain. And he's gonna try and make his attacks. He totally has this though.
Yeah. Are you trying to
Totally
use
has
experience to add to the attack roll or the damage?
To the attack roll.
I think in your stupor and fear, this would apply, so...
Mm-hmm. Because Darian hasn't been in actual combat before. Not like this.
No, this is Darian's first ever real battle at all. It's an 18, and 18 will just hit.
Oh wait, this... Is that at advantage with Azrik directly across?
Technically you are flanking, so go ahead and roll again and see if it's a crit. Not a crit, still hits.
Not a crit. Alright. I get sneak attack off this from
Oh.
the advantage alone. I don't add that. 6 and 6.
12 points damage. Ah, something that stabbed my ass!
Stab a little more than just your eyes. And I'll wheel around, and with the dagger in my left hand, I'll use my bonus action to make an attack.
Hey. Still an advantage because
Still-
you're flanking.
Still, totally got this.
You're gonna use both your experiences right now?
Oh, wait. Wait.
You can use your experiences a number of times a day equal to your proficiency bonus, which is currently +2 for you guys.
I see. So... No, I will not. Not this time.
Oh, also, Azrik, Terhook, Darian, all of you need to, for the experience that you successfully used, you need to add an EP to that on the side of your sheet.
Yeah, 1, right?
I got it in my notes.
Alright, 20 is definitely going to hit.
Okay. It's 1d4 minus. I don't add dexterity for
For your offhand attacks.
offhand. No, so that is just 4 damage.
Alright, as you stab him again, you little fucking cocksucker! Alrighty. Doing anything else, Darian?
Some part of his brain wants to retort to the particular cocksucker comment, but it's drowned out by the cacophony of panic.
He said, "Hey, it was only once."
Oh no, it was more than once.
Oh,
God damn, Darian.
Hi.
damn.
Guys, he grew up in the circus.
Anyways.
All right. It wasn't his choice.
Oh, no, it was.
Okay.
Oh, god damn!
Yeah, damn.
And moving on.
I need you to make an acrobatics check, please,
Oh.
Darian.
Acrobatics.
Yep, to avoid being grappled.
Woohoo.
Don't woohoo yet.
Yep.
One meaty shark fist grabs you and just lifts you by the scruff of your neck up to his face. You're looking for another round in the jaws, is that it? And just gonna
Smile.
hold you up. It kind of points you towards Azrik. We can stop this anytime you want. Just put down your weapons and surrender.
I told you we don't surrender until everyone is safe. I only count 3 aboard this ship.
Well, you just want all your people sitting pretty on the ship, is that it?
I do not.
Preferably.
I do not lower my gun until all of my crew is on this boat.
Fine. So be it. Get them back on board, boys! Maybe we can have a parlay. He is going to throw you at the mid-mast. So you're gonna do...
Oh, you're getting thrown. You're gonna... Poor guy.
Yeah. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Nat 20.
18. Okay, so you are going to take half damage. And with that, you do take 3 points of damage as you slam into the mast.
Ouch.
After that, Veko looks at you in the water, Terhook. He goes, "Sounds like the boss has got a plan! Let's get you back on board and all safe, my friend!" And he is going to attempt to help you climb onto the boat.
Not sure. That's stranger danger to me.
He's actually going to use his water jet leap and leap onto the boat and then reach a hand down to you. You grab his hand?
If I wasn't a paladin. Yeah, if I wasn't a paladin, sure.
All right.
Grab his hand.
He's going to roll an athletics check to try to pull you up.
Just trust me. At this point, that would be funny.
It's a 20. No. He
Okay.
pulls you up and sets you down and pats your shoulder. You're not that bad, buddy. And then grabs your shoulder and like acts like he's gonna push you off the edge again. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. No need to cry.
You have a very interesting sense of humor.
And then he'll use
Just
the rest of his
passes
movement to jump off this side of the boat and swim over to Sai. Well, hello. Sai, it is your turn. There is a shark man next to you.
Hi. I can't tell if you were saying something or if your mic cut out.
There's a shark man next to you. That it is your turn.
I know, he said hi and she said hi back and she's like really apprehensive.
Oh. Don't worry. I'm here to help. And the biggest, toothiest grin comes across his face.
Uh,
I have something in my teeth. And he hacks up a whole fish bone.
How injured is he?
He's pretty injured.
he's just a psychopath.
He's not all there.
You know, these guys remind me of these other characters who are also sharks from a TV show from back in the day on the WB, also called Sharks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's called Street Sharks.
Yeah, it's called Street Sharks,
the
but
Fucking
Was it
dude.
Street Sharks on fucking Disney?
No.
no.
It was WB?
Oh well, it is a it's part of the Warner Bros. Discovery Channel.
Oh,
It was part of Kids WB though. Yes.
fascinating. I saw it in French. It was hilarious. Anyway, are you going to help me get on the boat?
Well, what kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't?
Okay. Sai is going to start climbing up onto the boat.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a athletics or acrobatics check with advantage because you're getting help from this shark. Five. Easy enough with a boost from your tentative helper. You make it back onto the ship. Desmond?
Yes.
Sai, were you doing anything else? Sorry.
So, how much of my movement did that take?
Half your movement.
Half of it? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Sounds good.
I would have given you a discount.
And this is free.
Looks rather cheap.
Yeah, it's free.
I thought I would stab. Oh, I'm gonna walk over and inspect the body of the dead Sharkman or the unconscious Sharkman or wherever he stays in.
Yeah, are you attempting to stabilize him or anything?
Tell me what his status is first. I want to know what's up with him.
He's dying.
Yeah, so my goal, I would like to stabilize him, but not make him wake up.
Okay. So you just use the healer's kit to stabilize him. Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure he's not hurting, right? Like he's not gonna die of his wounds, right?
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna half-ass my. Yeah, I'm not gonna half-ass my thing. And then I'd like to take any money he has in his pockets while I'm doing that.
Okay. First, roll a medicine check for me.
Okay. Oh my god!
Oof! Accidentally killed them.
Oh no.
He's stabilized. It's a pretty sketchy job. Or were you gonna? What were you about to say?
I was like, oh my god! That's all I was gonna say.
Would have been a good time to use your malpractice thing.
I was really thinking about it. Like, that sounds like a great time to use it, but I didn't think it'd actually help with the nat one.
No, it wouldn't have.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, no point in using it there.
He is stabilized for the moment, but this is some pretty shoddy work, and we don't know how long it's going to hold up. You doing anything else, Desmond?
Yeah, I'm robbing him. I already said that.
Oh, yeah. Roll investigation.
Damn, that would be sleight of hand. Okay.
He's unconscious. He's not going to be able to know if you're rifling through his pockets.
Yeah. It was so bad because I was fucking going through his pockets.
All right, so that is Eld. And Eld, he has no money, but he does have a scroll and a blackened shell etched with a whole bunch of runes.
Everything he has on him that isn't on his like his clothes is now in my possession. Is what I'm going for.
Oh, so you take
That I
his
can
sword
buy.
too?
Everything.
All right, so you take his ritual cutlass, his Scrimshaw scroll and his tied blackened shell.
One second, let me write that down. So you said ritual cutlass.
Yep. Scrimshaw scroll. And tied
All that.
SCRIMSHAW.
Roll, and then what was the last one?
Tied blackened shell.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn to them. This is the best I can do for the moment. I need to go under deck to further stabilize him. If I'm not able to, he will probably pass away. Don't worry about the payment. I took everything he had on him as usual.
Okay.
Self-snitching.
Roll a persuasion check.
Sure. If not, I'm going to throw them over the fucking railing.
15. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Tarhuk, what are you doing?
Alright, Tafuk first is just going to... Well, he sees things are calming down a little, so he's going to sheath his sword over his shoulder and place his very small shield onto his hip before walking towards Darian, since he sees that he's hurt.
Okay.
He's going to be like, Darian! And he's going to cut into the Desmond allowance fund, and he's going to use lay on hands on Darian.
I'll remember
Okay.
this.
I mean, Taruk is not looking good either, but he cares more about those around him. He's going to put all 10 lay on hand points.
Okay.
As magic just soars as he just chants under his breath.
Yeah. Darian, there's no other way to put it. Tarhuk touches you and it feels real good. You get 10 hit points.
Nice.
It's just some
Better than
bruises.
normal.
I'll be fine. Ah.
Stay still, Darian.
I don't know. I'll wait till my turn.
Okay. Azrik, what are you doing?
Well, at this point, it sounds like we've got ourselves a parlay.
Okay. We'll postpone combat for the moment.
With that, I mean, is Darian needing to do something that would have been within the immediate second, I'm assuming?
Well,
Go ahead, Darian.
I mean, Darian is attempting to get up off of just the, kneeling with one knee
Mm-hmm.
after recovering from being thrown into the mast, but his body's shaken, and it's not letting him move very much.
Did he pee a little bit?
No.
Coming rocketing out of the water up next to Sai is Veko. Ooh, I love a good bath in the morning. Right, your crew's safe. Now you come with us.
That's not what a parlay is.
The parlay is you giving up because you're hopelessly out. I mean, let's be honest, this wasn't heading towards a victory for you all.
Yes, but I'm assuming you're here to capture me because someone's paying you.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. I don't do this for free.
Well, my pockets ain't empty.
Oh, I see.
At this point, I'm gonna speak up. Does anyone mind if I go underneath? God, I can't. What's the word for it?
Below deck?
Below deck. I need to grab some medicine to stabilize our friend here. Unless you wish to see him die while you are bartering over if you're gonna kill us all or not.
I'll go with him, boss. Don't you worry. Me and the duck have a past.
And then I'm just gonna move down into the underneath.
Slythe will follow you. Hey, Doc.
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe we do some snap powder while we're down here.
You know, that's the best thing that I've heard today.
He pulls out a sealed leather pouch that he begins to uncinch and pours this reddish pink powder out on the table and just takes a huge whiff of it and pours some out for you as well.
One in Rome, am I right? I'm taking a goddamn whiff.
Nice.
All right.
So, what's the payment? Feel like I'm at least owed that.
Well, I was told that if I brought whoever the captain of this Black Waltz is to the cove, and I would be receiving 150 gold pieces, plus a little bit of extra on the side. Some specialty items.
Such as?
Well, items that you can't get from just anywhere. Some aether-infused items, we'll say.
Oh.
Not something
Very
you can
well.
so easily reimburse me for, but we can talk about cost
Oh.
differentials.
What about enough void glass to purchase a city?
Enough void glass to purchase a city. It's a tempting offer, if I'm being honest, but as you can
I'd
see...
Be willing to throw in gold on top? That or, I mean, let's be honest here. I think that we all know what I am. And if you're coming onto this ship not knowing that it's cursed, then I think that you've been screwed already.
Well, let's just say the incentive was enough. But I would gladly take you up on your offer. But as you can see, me and my boys don't exactly travel on a sort of vessel that would allow us to take enough void glass with us to buy a city.
Well, just so happens we're already on the way to the cove. You let us get rest up, healed up, and when we get there, you let us deal our business. You just sit idly by. You never know, you might end up making it out there with those aether-infused items anyways.
How about this? Because I'd rather not go and encounter the people who just paid me to capture you, if I'm going to be flipping. So how about 200 gold pieces and we'll call her evens?
How about 150 gold pieces and we make sure that your man that's still mostly dying over there gets out of here with his equipment as well. Unless you're planning on ripping off Desmond for healing your boy.
I mean, be the first time we ripped off the doc. Wouldn't be the first time he ripped us off.
True, but we also know the doctor is a fickle man. He could easily just say, oops, I lost him. Or, hear me out, I could also just set this entire place on fire. We all die, except for you lot that can swim. You don't get your prize anyways. The void glass goes up in flames and sinks to the bottom of the ocean. You don't get paid, you don't get your aether items. And, I mean, let's be honest, I'm cursed. Death isn't, that far off anyways.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And I will die for my captain.
Wait, what? Confused.
I'm basically saying that we either come to a good agreement that I'm actually able to afford, or I'm not going to the cove either way.
Well, let's do it like this. What can you feasibly afford? 150
I can-
gold is tempting, but it is outweighed by what I possibly aim to gain at your capture.
I mean, what Captain Azrik is saying is you can take 150 gold pieces, or you can
I'm
take a
sorry,
corpse.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oof.
You feel a pat on your shoulder, Sai, as you hear, "It's okay. He talks to me like that too."
Oof. That's worse.
What I'm saying is I can feasibly give you 150 gold pieces. I've got a nice shiny dagger, I guess, but I mean,
Not the dagger.
Now I kind of want the dagger.
No, yeah.
it is a fancy dagger.
Oh god, not the dagger.
Roll a persuasion check. 17.
Oof.
Alright, we'll call it 150 gold pieces, that nice fancy dagger, and all of gear back from the dock after he's fixed up. And I guess I'll give you this as well. He hands you a small rolled piece of paper, parchment.
I guess I'm gonna check out the piece of parchment.
Yeah. It is like waxed over and sealed so that the water kind of wicks off of it. And it just says Black Waltz, maim or kill crew, keep the captain alive if possible, deliver them to Glassfire. That's what I was given. And I don't know if it gives you any elucidation into what could be waiting for you, but maybe it's worth something to you. And can I take some of that glass, maybe, with me?
I'm gonna pull the vial that I have of void glass out of my inner pocket.
Okay.
And kind of, reach out and hand it to him. I don't
He
know
takes it.
exactly what all we have here to make this, easily carryable other than this one. I mean,
I could take, like, how do you have it stored? In barrels?
it is stored in barrels.
I'll take a whole barrel. Unless you absolutely need it.
I would say, at this point, it's a purchase agreement. If you're asking for more, I would like to lower the gold value.
I mean, I feel like the gold value is already kind of low.
I can also
to
say that the
corpse,
void glass
son.
value is also very high.
Yeah, but you're not heading there to sell it.
If they offered it to me, I would sell it.
8. Fine, 100 gold pieces, all elves gear, and a barrel of glass. Take it
think
or
we have a
leave it.
deal.
And he holds out a giant hand that dwarfs your head in size. He holds it out for a handshake.
I'm gonna shake his hand.
Okay. Right. Jumping below deck. I need... Well, first of all,
Yes.
Slythe goes in for a double dose. You want to do a double dose with me, Doc?
Maybe after I saved your buddy. I did one to get me perked up to save him, and then, then a double dose. Unless you want him. You remember what happened last time I did a double dose on you? You see that scar? You remember that, don't you?
Yeah, but we had fun, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, but
Snap
your buddy's
powder.
a bit worse than you are.
All right, snap powder. Street names: Scarlet Snap or Blinder Dust. A razor-fine crimson powder refined from aether-touched marin root and aether salts. Alchemists bake it until it crackles and snaps when exposed to moisture, hence the name. Snort a line as a bonus action and gain Snap Rush for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, you must make a con save versus the crash after the rush ends. So for the next 10 minutes, you are under the effects of Snap Rush. You have a +2 bonus to attack rolls, ability checks, and spell damage rolls. You can take the dash action as a bonus action each turn. You have advantage on initiative rolls and on con saves versus exhaustion from forced marching. And your hit point maximum drops by an amount equal to your proficiency bonus. And that returns after a short rest.
So at this point, after I've taken this thing, I know the effects of this already. It's not like it's the first time I've taken it.
No, and you feeling it. Your pupils are heavily dilated. Your pulse is
grabbing,
way up.
I'm grabbing the medical supplies, and I'm getting it. I'm going.
Yeah.
And then I'm going back up to do some malpractice mishaps on our friends.
Alrighty. Ugh.
I'm just gonna scratch my nose a little. Sorry about that. Let me just heal this guy up real quickly.
I would say doing medical work while you are intoxicated is a malpractice mishap. So go ahead and add a D4.
100%. Okay, I clicked it. And then what am I doing?
You are rolling a medicine check. You have
Hell
+2
yeah.
bonus to all attack rolls, ability checks. So
And then I'm gonna be like, well, what's his name again? The shark that I did the stuff with?
Slythe.
Slythe. Want to give me a hand over here?
Yeah, Slythe just took a double dose. He is wigging out. He is currently leaning against the railing, going, "So, what's it like? We're gonna go down here, and we're gonna make a deal, and we're gonna get it all done, and get out of here, boys. Is that what's going on here?" And then you say that, and then you say that to him, and he goes, "What? You need a hand?"
I'm just gonna kind of like hold my bag up while I'm looking at the guy,
Yeah, he holds it up.
and I'm gonna start working with it. So let's do this medicine check. Okay, shaking, and I get +2 from the thing, right?
You get a +2 from the drugs, and you get to add your D4 for your malpractice mishap.
Let's do this. Not on that one.
Natural 20.
Let's go, buddy!
Yeah.
By the grace of the
Yay.
gods, somehow at full health.
We did it.
The malpractice mishaps! Woo!
Yeah, I'm gonna say
From a
that
nat-
maxes the healing that it'll do. So that's 1d6 +4 plus his his hit dice, right?
And can I get a +2 from them drugs? Just for shits and giggles?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, he's looking a lot better all of a sudden.
And if he wakes up, I'm just gonna put a line right in front of him and, like, Doc's orders.
Like a line of snap powder.
Hell yeah!
I'm good.
I
What's
said
going
Doc's
on
orders.
here? He
I'm
starts
gonna try and
looking
persuade him
around.
into this.
How about
That's fine.
deception?
I would deception him into this. But I get the +2 still, right?
Yeah, but it is a disadvantage. You're trying to convince somebody who knows what snap powder is to take snap
Damn it.
powder. Like, nah, I think I'm good. And he goes over and scritches Rufus's head, kind of taking account of what's going on. He limps over.
Desmond,
Yes, Captain, what's up?
please return the shock's effects We've come to a deal that at least allows us all to leave here today.
So you're going to shoot
Darian?
again?
Say again, Desmond?
So you're going to shoot again?
Give his stuff back.
Fine.
Thank you, sir. Tahuk, Darian, please retrieve a barrel of void glass from the inner holds.
Did you?
All right, Captain.
Could you help me up? My legs.
Hey. Turret's going to offer his hand to Darian.
Takes it.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm also gonna pull 100 gold out of my bag and hand it to the shark.
Well,
100 golds, shark's effects, barrel of void glass.
right, and it was a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, sorry, what was your name?
Voss. Azrik Voss.
Azrik Voss. Name sounds familiar.
It probably should.
Right, well, I'm Acor. Mercenary for hire, as he kind of like puts one arm behind his back and like waves the other one in front of him as he bows. If you find yourself in need for some unsanitary business, please let us know. May even give you a discount.
I do have one question. Would you be willing to provide us information on what we're about to get ourselves into?
Well, I mean, I'm sure I can be persuaded to. What kind of information were you looking at specifically?
I can say that you've already fought us when we took down one of your men. And how do the other two look?
They look bad.
I mean, as you've seen, we're not exactly a weak group of pirates here.
I mean, Bunny Boy went down fucking one hit.
Then he got up and stabbed you in the ass twice.
Yeah, but that's because your lady friend went and felt him up.
Darian went down in 2 hits, for the record.
And also,
That's right. 2 hits. Me hitting you, you hitting the ground.
Wait, so Darian was in his mouth?
Yeah, weird aftertaste.
point being, you've seen what we're capable of. And if we're for sure walking ourselves into a death trap, I would be appreciative to know. And I think the compensation can be arranged, but I'd also like to say, if we die, there is no chance of you ever being able to work for us in the future. And I can say that I am very willing to hire you at a later date with the ill doings that I have planned.
Well, yeah, you're planning a lot of ill doings.
Loads of them.
I'm a pirate.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, I'll tell you this much, okay? It's been a while since I made it out to the cove. Good neutral territory for making deals and whatnot. But lately, the place smelt of smoke more than anything else. Man, they offered us the job for you guys, ran with a crew called the Ashen Blades. So I imagine he probably has business out there, and he's looking for a guy first called Morex. Had us down in Al Hajjad searching for the guy, but by the time we got there, his ship was missing, and then we got missive from the Ashen Blades that we're now looking for a ship called the Black Waltz.
Or they've been able to be right on our heels quicker than we're able to be.
Well, they're into that woo-woo magic bullshit, like Eld over there.
woo-woo magic bullshit.
Yeah, I prefer to solve
Interesting.
things with my teeth and my sword.
So, that still begs the question, do you think we can take them? For everything they're worth?
I'd say that you'd be pretty... Its odds be stacked against you, I'd say that much. They did ask for you alive, at the very least, so I don't think they intend to kill you. Or at
Right,
least you
but-
might have something or know something that they need.
It just begs to question, if they could have done it themselves, why didn't they?
Fair enough. But those uppity types don't like to get their hands dirty too much. Ashen blades, they're a bit off the rockers. Real like I get like your boy over there who's yelling about Aurelius. I get like worshipping the gods and all that. I get the whole fanciful need for ceremony and all that. But these guys are like sacrifice people to a weird blood god, fire deity thing.
And so you're against being hired to fight alongside us, is that it?
Oh, you're looking at hiring us to fight alongside you?
I mean, I don't plan on going in there empty-handed, but I also don't... Let me recant that. I don't plan on going in there without a plan. And if that plan isn't going to succeed, then there's no point in going in there at all. But if I had a little bit more backing, so to say, like I said, you'd most likely be able to walk out of there with your aether-infused items.
I can
That'd
give
be
you
good.
some backing! Shut the fuck up, Veko.
But the point being, I mean, I won't say that we'd leave all of the effects to you. But they were also planning on buying this void glass from my understanding, so I also don't think that their pockets are empty either.
Well, let me tell you this much. I'm open to an employment opportunity. But it has to be more than promises of possible coin and possible effects that they were promised to me by the person you want me to fight. Because at that point you're just saying, why are you fighting us when you could just go fight them for their stuff?
Good point, though.
Well, I mean, making the least number of enemies possible who actually pose much of a threat is better for everybody in the long run.
True. So, what's your price?
It's 3 days, probably, till you get to the cove. So we can get there faster swimming. You can pay us for time served or for heads rolling.
What's the over-under?
I mean, time served, you're working at, say, 40 to 50 gold pieces a day spent on your little mission. Heads rolling, we could break it down to, if we're gonna fight them all together, you're only paying us 10, 15 gold a head that we take off.
$10, 15 gold a head that you take?
Yeah, I mean,
How many people do you think are actually there?
it is a town. So depending on how many friends they have there, could be looking at a pretty gnarly fight. But if we're just fighting the Ashen Blades, the main crew, I think, is whispered to be around 15 to 20 people. But it's the big boss you gotta watch out for. That guy gives me the heebie-jeebies. Calls himself the Ashen Lord. They worship him like some sort of messiah. Call him the Child of the Flames or something like that. Or the Bearer of the Drowned Flame.
Does does it ring a bell in Terhook's head?
Yeah,
Who this could, like...
Same for Darian. Any stories? Any bells ringing?
Yeah. So, couple things.
Mhm.
And let me pull this up here. Nope, not that one. Not Desmond's ledger. God, you guys have so much stuff. Yep, so you guys found a leather-bound travel ledger on the ship bearing the name Thalen Morex in it. It recorded a few different sparse but cryptic travel logs, frequent references to the Drowned Flame and the Deep Vaults. We got that one. And then... Oh, was it episode 3, I think? So, episode 4. Man, this is useful because let's go item by item. You guys had the black envelope that was found in a hidden compartment in the ship, containing a note that says vault access requires 2. The drowned flame seeks the key. And then then you guys had the sealed envelope with the infernal writing in it, with the symbol of the Ashen Oath. That referred to shipments under Reaver surveillance. If the Maw awakens early, initiate fallback to Vault of Chains. Morex may go rogue. Don't trust anyone. If the Reavers get too close, eliminate the handlers. Rendezvous at the Glassfire Cove with the Drowned Flame.
Ah, so it's that note. Okay.
And I think that is it for those, but I need Azrik to roll a history check with advantage.
History is my best ability.
14. Specifically has to do with Zahin history, so it's not a huge DC for you. The Child of Flames is a old story about the original settlers of Zahin, of the actual Zahin people who founded Zahin's Landing, and tales are of children born with very powerful innate abilities over flame aether and an innate connection with the natural flame aether of the world. They were heralded as what were called Veridre or Veridrai. And then there is a story about a Veridrai, the Ember King Sulverin, who, after he toppled the entire kingdom that he built up, they started to refer to him as the Drowned Flame. That was in the Age of Ruin, like close to 900 years ago, that Ember King Sulverin ruled. As far as for like normal knowledge and religious knowledge, you guys can roll. I'll have Darian roll a history check, and Terhook, you can roll a religion check.
Okay.
Like Steven 10.
Religion.
There's not a lot known throughout the like normal scope of the world about the Order of the Ashen Oath and their zealots, and they're not connected directly to the pantheon. They worship fire incarnate more than, so sadly you guys don't know too much about other than what you've seen in notes and journals found on this ship. Right, so are you paying us per head or per day?
One last question. I understand there's been a lot. Do you know of anybody there that's been cursed by the Maw?
Do I know of anybody there who's been cursed by the Maw? It's not a question I normally ask when I'm meeting people.
It's not hard to tell.
But whispers say that the Ashen Lord himself bears the Black Maw's mark on it. Which, I don't know whether there's any truth to it, or if they're just upselling the story and trying to make him sound way more of a entity than what he really is. It could be up in the air. I've never actually met the guy in person.
Well, crew, do we wish to hire these fine gentlemen? I can say that I can only pay for 6 heads.
Let's see, Captain. He's gonna check his coin purse and he's gonna be like, well, I do have 32 gold, and all of it is yours. As he would just toss his coin purse to Azrik for him to catch.
If we do win, mayhaps at that point we can come to further agreement with maybe the split of the loot, and maybe ease the burden on your pockets a little bit. But that'll be a discussion to have if we win. Know what I mean?
Well, I guess paying by the head seems a little more affordable.
Yeah, especially if you're really gonna be just kind of a go-get-it attitude and killing more than we are.
I have a question. The head of a combatant? Or will just anyone do?
I would say it has to be a combatant. We can't just go killing civilians and claiming that they get a cut.
Yeah, that'd be a little insane.
Good.
Wait, were you worried I was gonna roll up into town, kill a bunch of people, and then bring their heads back to you and be like, you owe me 1,000 gold?
Darian just looks a little sheepish.
Right. You want me to eat that one for you?
Darian
Not
glares
today.
at him.
And the hook just simply like stands in front of Darian protectively.
I've grown fond of Darian.
One big
Well-
happy family! Bring it in for a group hug, guys! I promise I don't bite hard!
Well then,
Why
think
is
we
no one
got
bringing
ourselves-
it in?
Nope.
I think we've got ourselves a small team up here. That's if the group thinks that we can, kill more people than they can. I mean, let's say, there's 20 people, that's 200 gold. We better be able to pay up in the long run, or...
Yeah,
I will.
Asking this.
If we get done
Oh.
with the battle and we've killed 20 people, and then you guys go, oh, we can't pay you, then you understand we can't just be like, you'll get it next time.
Nice petting Rufus.
No.
It is understandable. How much gold did you say you had?
32, Captain.
Sai, Tarian, Desmond.
Got some 70 odd gold.
T- 10?
Okay, how about this? Just, to make sure that we can honor our wager, core. Let's say that once you hit 15, let's just say I'll pay you for 15 heads, and from there it's all on us to make it out of there alive. And if that
So-
means that you hit 15 and you retreat and you leave us behind, then so be it.
I mean, we'll sit there and watch, but... I mean,
Commendable of you.
unless we somehow bond and form genuine friendship between now and then. Oh, we can. That's not gonna happen. Tell you what, though. Sounds like a deal to me. And, we'll scope out the area before you guys get there. And if you run into any problems, you just shoot us shoot us a call for help or something.
Okay. And one final thing. The death of the Ashen Lord is for me.
You want to kill the Ashen Lord?
If it comes down to that, yes.
So, like, if you guys are mid-battle and you're losing, we don't intervene or anything. We let you handle it all alone.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's try not to kill him. I would like to be the one to do the honors.
Alright, fair enough. Can't argue there.
If I was to go down, you can have my effects. That means if I was to die permanently, for good.
Right, not like once you fall asleep, just go grab all your shit.
Right. If I was to die, you can have what is on me, which I do carry my gold on my person, and you can do what you wish with the Ashen Lord at that point, though I do not foresee myself dying.
And we can have your ship.
Well, I'm the only one here that could purposely sail it, so I can't really argue that.
Wait, sounds like a good deal to me. Well,
That does not mean that you can turn on me and then take my ship.
No. We honor a parlay and a deal. A man of standards and honor. And pretty good at killing things.
You just rolled over on your previous accomplice. So I don't think we can say that 100%, can we?
And we can. I honored their deal up to the point where their deal was null and void because you offered me better things in return.
Let's just not let. We at least agree that if they offer you something better in return, you come back and then I can offer you something better in return, possibly? Or we could just do this whole round robin thing and I can just blow up the fucking boat.
fine. Look, here's the thing. I like you guys. It's a lie. I don't really mind you guys right now, but also I'm not a huge fan of the Ashen Blades and their ilk. They like to sacrifice people, get weird culty stuff going on. But I take the money if they offer me the money. But at this point, heads are rolling. I promise there's no amount of money they could offer me to turn on you, friend.
Insight check.
Inside check.
Okay, let's get 5 insight checks real quick.
All right, 5 inside check. Let's go.
5. 5.
5.
Oh.
I rolled a 15.
That's edge.
Right?
Yay.
Let's see how
Thanks.
good
It's samesies.
a core is at deception.
Nat 20.
Not 20. It's coming. I can see it.
Well, I can't even get his sheet to come. There is a core deception. He's actually not bad at deception. It's a 22.
No. Truth.
There is a level of sarcasm in what he says, but Darian believes him wholeheartedly.
It's fit to be honest.
What the fuck?
It's like my new bestie.
Oh my god.
You know,
To who-
given the
or
fact
not
that I
to who-
was...
He's like,
Darian-
you guys are all right, especially that bunny one, that rabbit guy,
He's got
real
stars
stand
in
up,
his
real
eyes.
stand up guy.
Almost
Just-
eaten, but that's apparently friendship.
We'll just slink below decks.
Tell you what, I give you fair warning. If they offer me something better, I'll bring the offer to you before anything else goes down. How's that?
Appreciated.
You guys got magics and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so you can get a hold of us with magics and stuff, right?
Not that way. No.
So you just got the bad magics.
Oof.
I guess so.
Alright, Eld, leave Rufus with them. If you yell at Rufus, Eld can hear through his ears and stuff. So, just give us a holler if you run into an issue or something like that. Eld can't talk through Rufus, so it's a one-way communication kind of thing. But Eld always knows the general direction that Rufus is, so we'll find you eventually. Hopefully we get to you before you die.
I appreciate it.
But don't hurt
Pet
Rufus.
acquired.
I love that little guy.
Never would.
Sure.
He's gnawing on your boot.
At least tell him not to bite me in my sleep.
Rufus
I'll
doesn't
keep him.
bite. Rufus nibbles.
Sai is going to pick up Rufus and play with him.
And he's like the size of, oh, what's the best way to put this? Like a Yorkshire Terrier almost?
Come on, at least give the little guy a large Pomeranian.
Alright. He's a mid-sized sedan.
That's good.
It's a Geometro on my lap, it's fine.
Right, well, we'll head off to the cove. You call us if you have any trouble, and we'll just go from there.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Safe journey. See you in approximately 3 days, unless you get some fair weather winds or something. Eld kind of sombers over. Do I really gotta leave Rufus? Eld, we made a deal. Plus, you got all your shit back, so no crying.
We'll make sure he goes well.
He likes raw fish. None of that salted bullshit.
Well, hopefully Darian can become a better fisherman.
Isn't all ocean fish salted?
So, obviously, you guys have unrefined palates. He's allergic to clams, so don't feed him any clams.
Okay.
He'll explode.
So, when are we gonna get some clams?
Like, metaphorically. He gets real gassy. Right. Well, we'll be on our way. This is getting seemingly winding down. Thanks for the barrel of void glass, and look forward to doing business with you all. You said your name was Azrik Voss?
I did.
Your crew have a name or anything?
Still being workshopped.
You know, a name's kind of like half the battle, because like once you start flying a flag with your name on it, people start connecting it with your deeds that you've done. Want to make sure you get the credit.
I agree. We'll make sure to have something before we reach the cove.
Yeah, just yell it when you run into battle. Just go, "We're the rice balls," or whatever. And then everyone will know that the rice balls killed all those people. I wouldn't use rice balls, it's not super scary. I don't know, I'm pretty scared of rice. There's so many little ones, and then you don't know how many are in a bowl, and then you gotta count them all for some reason. What do you mean you gotta count all the... Get in the fucking water. No.
Pushes.
Right, well, we'll see y'all later.
Take care.
Bye! Pleasure to meet you! Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc.
Doc
Oi.
is...
Oi, Doc.
Oi. Doc's like, nope.
Oi,
Ignored.
Desmond. Dr. Leach.
He's on the phone right now.
What a jerk. Right, well, guess I'll let him not take a double dose and just deal with the crash. Bye.
Oof. That's gonna be funny.
He loves for you to scratch his belly before he goes to bed, and make sure you let him go for a swim every day so he can stay hydrated.
Okay.
Right. If you hurt him, I will kill you brutally in your sleep. Bye.
Okay.
So now how do we kill Rufus?
Don't you dare.
I don't
And
know.
you guys are once again alone in the early dawn hours. We're gonna take a quick break. Let's break for 5 minutes, and then we will get back into it and look at arriving at the cove. Call it for tonight. Are you gonna say something, Azrik?
Not until we're paused.
Alright, just a sec. Here. Welcome back, everybody. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we're gonna push forward here just a little bit more.
Is Foundry better than Roll20?
Foundry has some pluses and minuses to it as well. My notes aren't in Roll20, they're in Google Docs. and there we go, Glassfire Cove. So, as we move through, the winds are fair, not unfavorable in any condition. Minor repairs needed on the ship after the battle, but you managed to, after the supplies you had purchased and or gathered in Milas, patch up the ship pretty much back to as new as you could. Is there anything that you guys need to get done on the ship before arriving at Glassfire Cove, or things that you're needing to prepare?
A long rest.
Right, it's another 3 days, so...
Tarhuk wants to contact Valendra.
Okay.
Though out of earshot of the little shark. Little Jeff wannabe Sharky.
He's not a Jeff wannabe. His name is Rufus.
Rufus. I want to kick Rufus. I
What?
no longer have faith in shark. I no longer have faith in sharks. I've been betrayed too many times. Yeah. Sad but true. But yeah, Tarhuk is gonna try and make sure that Rufus is out of earshot.
Okay.
Tarhuk's gonna basically say, we were attacked in the night, but managed to strike a parlay. We may need backup when we reach the cove. Simple.
You hear a message back. Not too long after you send the message, you hear Val's voice. Right. We shouldn't be much more than a few hours behind you at this point. We tried to track down the ship that was tailing you all, but it disappeared in the mists early this morning. We can't get eyes on her. But we're beelining it to your location. Those are sounds that Rufus makes when he cuddles people.
Oh.
He's so adorable.
Day 2, a pearly overcast rests on the horizon as you guys race through the Greycroft Sea to your destination. Mid-morning, the sea calms to a broad metallic plain. Gentle swells hush along the hull. Footsteps on the deck sound louder than usual, a reminder of the battle that just occurred. As the sun climbs and deck warms, you all plan your night watches. Things go rather smoothly. Is there any, singled out player RP that needs to be done between any of you?
No, I don't think so right now.
Rubbing some Rufus belly, that's about it.
Okay.
Darian's wiping the blood from his face, but...
Can I use some of the medical supplies to re-up my charges on my healer's kit?
Yeah. Easy
That's all I
enough to
need.
do. Okay. The next day, dull drums clamp over the gray sea. Air hangs heavier. No wind, no cloud relief. The horizon blurs into a molten pewter line, pitch warm inside the seams, releasing a tar-sweet odor that tangles with salt and stale grog. At first light, the water lies mirror flat, reflecting the hull so perfectly it looks though another ship sails upside down beneath you. The mainsail luffs once, sighs, and falls slack. Every loose line droops like wet parchment. Your guys' voices carry strangely far. Below deck, humidity turns the air into a bathhouse steam. Hammocks cling to backs, ink feathers on long pages. Galley biscuits soften at the edges, and powdered provisions cake into pale bricks. Desmond's medicinals, his marin root, and any other powders and the like take on a sharp nose-prickling scent that rides the aisles. As midday hits, heat ripples across the planks in wavering mirage bands. You see a single albatross that Rufus runs across the deck trying to chase with no hopes of ever catching it. And just a sad... Going into day 4. The sun hangs on day 4. Dim like a pewter coin behind a sagging canopy of ash-gray stratus. Faint sulfur tang pricks the sinuses and leaves a dry taste of matches on your guys' tongues. Most of your eyes water in the irritant haze, though this does bring back some memories, Azrik, of your childhood, and swells that had rolled gently all morning now chop into short, skittish waves that slap the hull with irregular percussion, hinting at the shoals and volcanic shelves rising beneath the keel. Breeze sighs across the deck in hot and cold pulses, carrying spores of ash that settle like gray snow on shoulders and on rigging. Shards of volcanic glass glitter like black stars in the cliff faces that flank the cove approach. Scorched driftwood hollowed by flame, feather light, bumps listlessly along the gunwales before spinning away. A little before noon, a muffled rumble trembles through the timbers, followed by a white column of steam that rockets skyward, a mile off the starboard beam. A submerged ocean vent, exhaling the planet's heat. Flocks of soot, black terns wheel up from the disturbance, their cries swallowed by the heavy air. As the Black Waltz closes in on land, every line, sail, and hat brim acquires a powdering of ash. Boot prints appear behind each step like charcoal markers. The scent of burnt rock intensifies, undercut by a coppery note that might be blood. Merely your imaginations. Moving around the ship, you guys start to eye your surroundings and make sure that you have everything ready to make port when you get close enough. And when will the Scarlet Omen arrive? What is the plan for when they get here? The idle humming in the distance, anticipation crackling in the air like static. Subdued but unmistakable. Tucked into a jagged inlet. The sun is high but muted, swallowed by a thick bank of gray that bleeds into the horizon like ink on paper. It's not just clouds, it's definitely smoke. And at first, you spot a single column twisting skyward from the distant coastline, like the breath of a slumbering giant, but as your ship cuts northward, each league closer makes the truth harder to ignore. That smoke is rising from the cove, thick, black, and spreading. The water grows darker with each wave, and veins of obsidian reflecting the name of the place you now approach. Volcanic glass glints beneath the surface like shattered mirrors, and where the sea once shimmered with eerie beauty, now it boils. Soon, the cove comes into full view, at least what remains of it. The docks burn, splintered timbers and gutted ships groan beneath tongues of flame. Half-sunk sloops list on the sides like dying beasts. Fire-drenched sails whip in the wind, throwing embers into the sky like dying stars. See a market-side area. Chaos incarnate. Tents collapsed, ash staining every surface. Figures running or crawling through smoke. Distant screams echo from the cliffs, muffled by the roar of collapsing wood and the snap of flame-licked rope. Somewhere beyond all this, to the northern shore of the cove, fallen shrine still stands just barely in silhouette, quiet, solemn, and shattered. Black crown of smoke encircles it, as though even the fire dares not trespass. And all around it, no guards, no flags, just ruin. That's where we will end for tonight, as we are approaching Glassfire Cove. Hey guys, I threw a link to the Discord in the Twitch chat. I'll also throw it up on Twitter. We do have a Discord Fire Games channel. Feel free to join. Just one major rule, don't be a dick. Pretty easy to follow. If you have any questions, please reach out, and pay attention to our Twitter at Critfire Games for any updates, any and all updates on when we stream. The Discord also will give you push notifications when we go live. So, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Thanks everybody, bye!
Bye bye.
Bye.